It's 6 questions from the Pink Pie and Trivial Pursuit with my friend Luke McKay. Let's see how many he can get and how many you can get. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds, recording on a very rainy Monday here in Southern California. Sorry about the click of my microphone. I have the whole bass on a sliding keyboard thing, and I slid it into the desk. It's funny, those don't even really exist anymore because everybody has MacBooks and laptops for the most part. We have a desktop downstairs, but I almost never use it except to mail stuff with stamps.com because that's where my wife has that all set up. But I'm curious to wonder if you have a desktop computer in 2019. My mom, when I was home for Christmas, was like, hey, can you get me a new computer? And I bought her a laptop, a nice like Chromebook. And she goes, oh, I don't like how the keyboard's connected. You have to return that. So I had to return it. I literally bought it, set it up, everything. And she goes, what's this? Like, what's this crap? And I was like, oh, it's the future. Not even the future. It's the now. And she goes, oh, I can't use that. I need the keyboard disconnected from the screen, which I don't get what that means. I don't know. I don't know why that would be better. But she made me return it. And then she goes, can't we just go buy a desktop computer? We went to Walmart, Office Max, and Best Buy, and they like almost don't exist unless you want a $2,000 touchscreen HP type deal. And she just needs to enter contests to win me duffel bags. So we're not spending that. And but she would too. She would totally do it if I was like, yeah, this is what you need. It's $2,000. She'd be like, okay, but I can't let her do that. So everything she needs to do on her phone, I go, what do you do? She goes, I check Facebook, I enter contests, and I check email. I go, so literally everything you could do on your phone. She goes, that screen's too small. So that's my mom, and that's a little rant on desktop computers. If you're new to this show, you can subscribe for new episodes every single day. I'm a little nasally today. I don't usually sound like this, but hey, it's not much better usually. So get used to this voice. If you like trivia, if you like pop culture, today is a great episode for you. It's 6 questions from a book of Trivial Pursuit questions, all about the different topics. And I specifically picked the Pink Pie, which I use to describe my trivia quite a bit. I always say it's like the Pink Pie in Trivial Pursuit because I like to focus on movies, music, television, things like that. So you're going to play along with Australian pal Luke McKay from the Down Under. And from the Down Under, I don't think that's how you say it, from Down Under. And he will be answering some questions. We did this double podcast recording a couple weeks back, I think on January 1st, and we did an episode where he asked me questions on wrestlers in movies, which I posted just about a week ago. If you want to go check that out last week, you can listen to Luke ask me and grill me some questions on wrestlers in movies. And he's been on the show before, answering some questions on voices and animation, or I think he asked me those questions as well. But he is a veteran listener, and he writes a good trivia question, so check it out. And today, try and play along with him while he answers these 6 quick ones from me. We're going to jump into that episode right now. Here we go. Sitting here on a Skype call with my buddy across the pond in Australia, Mr. Luke McKay. What's up, Luke?
Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, champ. Do they say across the pond for Australia, or is that just the UK there?
Good question. I'm not sure. It's usually down under, I think.
Ah, yes, my pal down under, Luke McKay. It is 2019 as of this recording. What are you doing to start the year fresh? Do you have any resolutions?
Maybe spend less money on Blu-rays and figures and stuff that I don't need.
Yes.
It's a poor university.
I love it. What's the last Blu-ray and last figure that you bought?
So I bought a bunch on Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas here. That's when we have our sales. That's like our Black Friday, and bought a bunch there. So all the diehards for something ridiculous like $10. And
love it. I love that box. I love that box set, except that last Die Hard movie was pretty bad.
Haven't seen it, so I might avoid it.
Yeah, let me know if you ever watch it, if you can get through it, because I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I turned it off. And I'm a huge Die Hard fan. So it's the one with his son. It takes place in Russia. I think it's Die Hard 5 or 6.
5, I think, yeah.
Yeah. What are some figures you got? Any genres that I would know?
Yeah, so if you like the Pops, the Pop vinyl. So
Yeah.
you know, have you seen the Dr. Ian Malcolm with his shirt off from Jurassic Park?
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, it is a great one. One of the best.
My friend Drew Blank, who's a great artist that I give away a lot of his stuff for patrons on the Patreon page for the podcast. He has an awesome new, it's like a twin-size pillowcase of Jeff Goldblum that he drew with his shirt off that you could like lay next to if you put it on your own pillow. So I'm trying to get some of those from him to give away to random people as prizes and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Oh, that's great, man. Well, it sounds like you're into some cool stuff, shirtless action figures and Die Hard box sets. So since you like entertainment, we're going to jump into 6 questions on entertainment. These are all from the Pink Pie in Trivial Pursuit. I found this Trivial Pursuit book that has all the questions from the game broken down in like a book format. And I just grabbed these over at the Barnes & Noble, took a picture of the page, and transcribed them to now read to you. So how many do you think you can get out of 6 just totally random pop culture questions?
Let's go down the middle with 3.
3 out of 6. I think you can do it. I know you're a little bit younger than me. How old are you? 11, 12, 13, 14?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So you're about half my age, but yeah, I think you can try and figure some of these out yourself. We're going to jump into the first one right now. Luke's trying to get 3 out of 6. Let's see how he does. Question number 1. What 1960s hit plays on the radio alarm clock over and over again in the film Groundhog Day?
I think that's I've Got You, Babe.
It is I Got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher. That's a movie that I've never seen all the way through, but I need to sit down and actually watch it. I always kind of come in at the same parts, and I've never seen the full movie. Is it one of your favorites?
I haven't seen it in a long time, but anything with Bill Murray's good. So.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you. Question number 2. What is the 3-letter name of Jennifer Lopez's clothing line?
No idea. J-Lo.
It is 100% J-Lo. Nice job. I wonder, as I was reading that, I wonder if she started calling herself that knowing that she would have the clothing line later, and then that was a good advertising for years before. You know what I mean? Or if they were like I wonder if how obvious it was to come up with that name for the clothing line, I guess is what I'm saying. Because it's pretty right on the money. Question number 3. What bumbling French detective is the main character in the Pink Panther movies?
Inspector Clouseau.
Yeah, Jacques Clouseau. Nice job. Have you seen a lot of those films?
Only the Steve Martin ones.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember my uncle, I had an uncle named Blaine who lives in Hawaii, who moved to Hawaii from Chicago when he was like 18 and never came back except to visit and stuff. And he's about 60 now. And he used to bring every time in the early 90s, I remember him going to Blockbuster and renting like a different Pink Panther movie and then putting it on and saying like, you're going to love this. And as a kid, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? It's like sophisticated adult British humor for the most part. And I'm like, he was dying. And I was like, what is this? So I need to watch those again because I'm sure they're good now. Yeah. It's now that I'm 33 and not 3, I feel like maybe I'll get something out of them. Great job. You're already 3 for 3. Here's question 4. What great British soul songstress performed Son of a Preacher Man in the movie Pulp Fiction?
No idea. Never seen it, and I'm not huge on music trivia, so...
Gotcha. You don't know a lot of British songstresses from the UK. It's Dusty Springfield. Dusty Springfield. I would never be able to answer that in a million years myself. And I've seen the movie a number of times, and I've heard the song, but I don't know who sings it, I guess. Here's number 5. What decade provides the setting for the 2005 movie King Kong?
I don't know, the 30s.
It is the 1930s. Well done. Luke pulling it out of thin air. The movie from 2005 takes place in the 1930s. Jack Black rumored to be on a lot of drugs during the filming of that movie.
Sounds about right.
I think he was sweating extra hard in those scenes in the jungle. The last question. Here's number 6. What 1981 movie required some 7,000 snakes during the filming?
Raiders.
It is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nice job. You got 5 out of 6, brother. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And that is straight from Trivial Pursuit. So if we were playing this game, you would have kicked some ass if those 6 questions came. Well, those 5. If those 5 questions came up.
There you go. Not too bad at all.
Nice job. I just played a bunch of Trivial Pursuit with my family over the holidays. And man, did they roast me for being a trivia host that doesn't know anything. They were just like, don't you do this? Isn't this what you do? And I'm like, it's not the same. I only know the stuff I know, Yeah,
exactly. I'm exactly the same way.
Very good. Luke, anything you want to promote or plug before we take off here?
No, really. I'll plug your Patreon, so get around that, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Luke. Patreon.com/trivia with buds. Throw a few bucks, get a bunch of brand new stuff. There's all new rewards for 2019, like a magnet, a book club, a t-shirt club, and a packet of answer sheets that I'll send you. Like if you were playing one of my trivia nights live, you can play along to an episode just like this one and write down the answers on a fancy little notebook. Not a notebook, but like a little pad of paper where you could tear off the sheets. So every month you get like 50 of those, and it might help if you wanted to kind of turn this podcast into a game night with your friends and stuff like that. So thanks so much, Luke, for being a supporter of the show, and thanks for being on the show today. We'll see you next time when I'm calling Australia, all right?
Sounds good, legend. All right.
All right, cheers, buddy. There it was, a quick little quiz with Luke McKay. How'd you do? Did you get all 6 of those? Did you get 4 out of 6, 3 out of 6? Send me your scorecards if you write down the answers to the questions. Speaking of scorecards, if you are a $10 patron or more, I will start sending you a packet of 25 answer sheets that I use at my real trivia night. It'll be a nice little like glued packet that you can rip off the sheets to. And those are good for if you want to have like a party or people over to play along with the podcast and see who does better with the questions. So it's kind of like hosting your own trivia night at home. Or if you listen solo, you can have a good spot to kind of write down your answers and go over them with me on the show when I go over the answers. So $10 or more on patreon.com/trivia with buds. That's just one of the amazing rewards you can get for supporting the show, a little packet of answer sheets. We also have different things like our magnet club, our book club, our t-shirt club, and at the $15 level, I am going to be recording a 50-question quiz monthly as a video that's just for the people that are at that reward tier. So there will be a poll where I say, hey, which topic do you want to do this month? The people at that tier get to vote on the topic that I do. So it might be like Seinfeld or Buffy the Vampire Slayer or state capitals or something like that. And whatever gets the most votes, that's what I'll do. And I'll make a video just for those people to kind of play along with, kind of an exclusive trivia quiz for just those people. And maybe we'll come up with a special prize for people who answer those correctly. It'll probably be honor system based, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, patreon.com/trivia with buds if you want to support the show. Join the other 30 people donating quite a bit of money every month here, which is helping me out immensely. So thank you for legitimizing this part of my life, doing a daily trivia podcast. Thanks for listening to this show. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.